I believe you have two options because you do create your reality, but we also have God, the universe, Jesus, your higher self, infinite intelligence, whatever your belief system is, that can see everything. We can only see here, okay? So I believe when we call in a higher power to bring us what we want, we will get better than what we expect. But you can also create exactly what you want. Hey everyone, it's V. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about why your self-concept is so important when you're trying to manifest a specific person back into your life. Are they actually meant for you? Does the universe have someone better in store for you? And how you can manifest one if you don't have a specific person and you're just longing for your partner. This kind of came up to me as I was reading through my comments. Someone had mentioned something along the lines of having issues, so many issues with their partner, and nothing's changing. Maybe the universe has something better for them. Should they just let go and let the universe bring them in, or is it possible to recreate your person? Yada yada yada. So let's get into this video. Okay, this is something I will be talking about from experience because I have been playing around a lot. I've been playing around a lot with the law of assumption and, kind of figuring out how this shit really works. So I'm going to be talking about two things in this video. First thing is your self-concept and your belief system about your specific person. And second thing is going to be you creating your person, you changing your person versus letting God bring you the right person. We're going to be talking about that shiz in this video. But I also want to throw in there that this is not only for people who have someone specific in mind. Maybe you're single. Maybe you're trying to repair a relationship. This doesn't have to be your romantic partner. This can literally be with anyone. It's your specific person. That doesn't have to be a lover. Most of the time it is, because everyone's trying to, manifest their ex back or fix a relationship or, have a better relationship with their husband, wife, partner, whatever the case may be. But you do not have to have a partner or a specific person in mind to, learn from this video. So just keep that in mind. Maybe you'll stay till the end of the video and you'll learn something new. So by now we should all know what our self-concept is and why it is so important. Our self-concept is basically what we believe to be true about ourselves. Like, I'm worthy of my perfect relationship. I'm worthy of having this amount of money or having this salary. Everyone treats me like a god or a goddess, or I'm so spoiled. I always get what I want. I'm so healthy. I never get sick. Things like this, like I'm always treated so well, yada, yada, yada. So in the example where you're trying to manifest your ex back or you're trying to fix a relationship with someone, things aren't working. This could be due to your self-concept, that you have the belief that you aren't worthy of a great relationship, of having great relationships. You don't believe that people will be loyal or faithful to you, no matter what the situation is. Maybe when you were younger, you had a really bad situation, and now in this relationship, it's reflecting that you still can't have a great relationship because of that thing that happened to you in the past. So that would be something about your self-concept. But say you have a great self-concept, but for some reason it's not specifically working out with your person. That could be because you have a belief system specifically about that person, that they have always been a certain way and they will continue to be a certain way. For example, let's just say your dad, you have a great relationship with everyone else except the one person in your life, with your father, for example. And no matter what you do, you're working on your self-concept. Nothing you do is changing your relationship with your father. That is because you have held the belief system that you've always had a shit relationship with your father and that nothing will change it. But you can change that by doing affirmations or visualization for that specific person, because it has nothing to do with your self-concept. It only has to do with your belief of how that person acts towards you. And this ties in with the concept of everyone is you pushed out. Basically, how you think someone is going to act towards you, how you assume someone is going to act towards you is true. If you've always had bad interactions with a person in particular, most likely 10 out of 10 times you're going to have the same bad interaction with them. If you've always had a good interaction with someone, you'll probably always have great interactions with them. If it's been hot and cold, it's probably always going to be hot and cold. This doesn't have to do with your self-concept. This has to do with what you believe to be true about that person. If you want, I can go into more detail in another video for everyone is you pushed out. Basically, it is what it is. Everyone is you pushed out. What you feel to be true about a person, what your assumed actions of that person will be. Say you met Jan at the grocery store and maybe she was having a bad day and you saw that ahead of her, like you're in line and you see this lady packing bags and she looks angry. You're always going to have the angry interactions with her because that was your assumption. Or, the other way around. She looked happy because she was having a great day. So you just assumed, oh, she's so happy. She's such a lovely person. And you always get that shown back to you because that's your belief system about that person. You can even try for fun. There's like some random person you initially thought was in a bad mood. You could just twist it in your head. Oh, they're really busy. They have a lot of things going on. They're a nice person. I've done this for numerous times and it always works. As soon as you change that initial assumption about that person to another assumption, you create a new assumption, your reality reflects it back because everyone and everything is you pushed out. But let's go back to the first example where your self-concept is the reason why things aren't working out, not because it's about that specific person. Maybe you're doing affirmations to fix your relationship with your dad, or affirmations to get your husband, wife, your boyfriend back, or, affirmations to bring someone new into your life and it's not working. Maybe it's because you have a deep-rooted belief that you aren't worthy of having healthy, happy, committed relationships. It's not about a specific person. It's about you. So this is why it's good to realize what's missing, first of all, instead of just doing like affirmations, nothing's working, and you say, oh, this shit doesn't work. It's not working because you believe it's not working and you're not dealing with your issues. This is like, again, putting the band-aids on things and ignoring them and pushing it down and pretending it doesn't exist. When it does exist, deal with it. If you aren't having good, healthy, happy relationships in your life, it's not other people's problems, it's your problems. You need to deal with yourself. This is why you're having bad relationships. This is why you're not able to fix your relationships with people. This is why people are getting pushed away from you if these are the issues that you're having. And this can be with jobs, or you're looking for a rental, nothing's working. You're losing so much money and you don't know why. It's because you have these deep-rooted beliefs in you that you need to deal with and create a new assumption. You need to create a new assumption instead of having that lack, the assumption of lack in whatever area it is. But for this video, we're going to be talking about a specific person. You believe that it's just that person that's treating you bad. But in reality, it's a deep-rooted belief within you that every single partner you have is going to treat you bad because you had one bad experience. Now you believe that all people are like that. Or your subconscious just has that fear or lack-based energy that is thinking that every single person that comes to you is going to leave you, or they're going to fight with you, or they're going to cheat on you, or they're going to argue with you over something stupid. I don't know. Whatever, put your, make your example fit. But whatever this case may be, this is your self-concept issue. This is not the other person's issue. If you're always having the same relationship issues, this is you, not them. It's not the other person. You need to deal with it. Figure out why, like, where is the fear coming from? Where's the lack coming from? This can be for any area, but what makes you upset in the relationship? What makes you angry? What are you scared of? Write those down and work on and see if it's just specifically to that person, because maybe that person did something to begin with that showed you that maybe they're not trustworthy. But maybe they didn't do anything, but you have these fears. That's because your fears will reflect back to you. So you need to work on these things and have new assumptions in place and have a good self-concept. But again, just because you have a good self-concept doesn't mean you're going to have a great relationship with that person. Just because you have a shitty self-concept doesn't mean that you're not going to have a good relationship with that person. This is what I'm saying. It's important to figure out what the issue is here. Because for me, I've seen both in my life. When I have had a great self-concept, I've had issues with specific persons because I've had a belief system about that person the entire time. So it didn't matter how many times I was reaffirming on my self-concept, that relationship wasn't getting any better until I started implementing a new belief system about that person. And vice versa, when I've had a bad self-concept about myself, I've had great relationships. So this is what I'm saying. This is why I wanted to mention it, because I actually didn't realize, well, I'm still learning about how the law of assumption, the law of expectancy, how the friggin' world works. Aren't we also learning? So that's why I'm trying to teach you guys what I've been learning, and I'm talking about the things that make sense to me and actually work to fix things in your life and passing them on to you guys. So hopefully it makes sense. But this has really changed everything about my manifestation game. Like I have just been able to manifest miracles like that, knowing what I need to do. It's easier when someone like says step by step what you need to do, figure it out. Oh, why isn't it working? It's because you have a self-concept issue, not because it doesn't work. It's because you're not following the steps and you're not working with yourself, and it's because you're not dealing with the actual problem. You're trying to deal with something else that isn't even the problem. In my case anyways. But back to you just actually have a crappy self-concept, and now your relationship isn't working because your self-concept is crap. So you end that relationship with that person and you think it's that person's fault, but really it's you thinking that you're not worthy, thinking that every person is going to cheat on you, yada, yada, yada. So every single relationship that you have that you think is going to go good is going to turn to crap. Is the exact same thing is going to follow you because it's no one else's problem, it's your problem. All of these things will continue to reflect to you until you change your assumption about it. If you have a negative assumption, it will show you. If you have a positive assumption, it will show you. That person will reflect it back to you. So I hope that made sense. I kind of went on a little bit of a rant on the two, like if you have a great self-concept, if you have a crap self-concept, and what to do for that. But notice what you're assuming to be true. And from there, assume the opposite if it's negative. Assume good things only, and remember to ignore what you see. Keep ignoring what you see and keep affirming the assumption that you want. So, for example, you've always felt unworthy. People always cheat on you. No, that never happened. You've always been treated like a king or a queen. Always, in all of your relationships. People respect you. You are respected, always. You always have great relationships. So these would be great for your self-concept. But if you already have that belief and it's just that person that you're trying to fix things with, me and my dad have always had a great relationship. This is revision, when you're literally pushing out of your subconscious mind that you've had bad memories and things happen in the past. Let that shit go and re-implement what you want in your subconscious mind. And eventually, when your subconscious mind finally starts to see that as real, because remember, your subconscious mind doesn't have eyes. It literally only hears what you like, it hears your thoughts. That's it. This is the only input. So when you ignore everything else and you start telling yourself a new story, this is the only thing your subconscious mind can understand, is the new story. So whenever you think about that specific person, just say the dad for the example. I've always had a great relationship with my dad, and you have memories come up that are bad maybe, just say to yourself, those were just bad dreams. Those aren't real. I've always had a great relationship. He's always been so nice to me. He's always been so kind to me. He always spoils me. He's always treated me like the favorite child. Like I am the favorite child. He treats me the best. And he just keeps saying these things. And eventually you will have a new belief system about that person, and you will start seeing that. And once you start seeing little changes, you'll be like, holy shit, this does work. This is true. He's always treated me so good. And then you will kind of just forget the past. I mean, that's what's happened to me in my case. And trust me, when I tell you I've had some hard relationships with people and I've been able to completely like transform them, but not even like, I'm not changing that person. I'm changing my belief system about that person, and therefore reality reflects that back. Therefore, they reflect my belief system back to me. I don't know why I stuttered there. That was weird. But let me just throw in a funny example. My relationship with my brother is like tough love. Like we never say I love you. We don't give hugs. It's just like, what's up? I'm from Northern Canada. That is kind of how it is up here. Growing up with hockey boys. But I thought to myself, like when I was visiting my family, it would be so funny if my brother gave me a hug and said, I love you, like, cause he's never done that. And I was trying to test my manifestation skills, like how fast I am now. And literally an hour later, he came in, gave me half a hug and was like, I love you. And then he's like, I don't know why I did that. I was like, oh my God, I manifested that. And he's been like saying, I love you, like even as a joke now, but never in my life do I ever remember him saying that to me. I started like the manifestation as a joke, and now it happens. So even when you joke about things, it happens, okay? It's interesting. So try to joke about things that you want. And it's an easy, quick way to manifest, because I didn't think it was going to happen. And now it's kind of just like that. And things are just much better than they were before, just because I kind of just switched my mindset on things. And that's all you have to do. Really, your only battles are within yourself, within your mind. That's the only person you really are fighting. If you're having issues with other people, it's because of your belief system, what you've programmed your subconscious mind to believe. And think of reality as like your monitor. Your subconscious mind is running the program that you taught it or that you told it. It's just a program, so you can change it, okay? And once you start manifesting the little things and realizing how much power you hold over everything in your life, you're going to realize that the big things are not big things. Everything is even. Everything is easy to manifest once you realize that everything is literally just like atoms and particles and wavelengths and dimensions and all of this science shit, that basically everything is connected. Everything's related. That's what I wanted to say. So that's part one of this video. So the second part I wanted to talk about was, when you're having troubles with a specific person, is it because you're meant to have someone else? Is it because the universe knows someone else better for you? Basically, that was the question on one of my videos. From my experience, yes and no, depending what you believe in. A lot of people will say that we are the creator of our reality, which is true, we are, but I also believe there is like a higher self or a higher intelligence, universe, God, whatever your belief system is. I believe there's something more than just us, because yes, we are the creators, but I believe that we are co-creators and that we are connected to infinite intelligence. And if you've read Florence Scovel Shinn, she's kind of like a Neville Goddard, like law of assumption leader back in like the 1950s or something. And I believe she was around before Neville Goddard. Neville Goddard was literally the god of manifesting exactly what you want. Florence Scovel Shinn is kind of more of leaving it up to God or the universe or the higher power to bring what you want. It's more general. So we have like, I mean, from what I've been reading so far, we have Neville Goddard, who is, you can get exactly what you want specifically. And Florence Scovel Shinn, leave it up to God, more general. You're still getting something, but maybe it's better than what you would have wanted. And this is what I wanted to bring in. Yes, if you believe that that is your person and you can change them, yes, you can change anyone because everyone is you pushed out. You need to do the work though. So yes, it could be your perfect person if you put in the work to change your original beliefs about that person if you're having issues with them. Or you can leave it up to God or your higher self or infinite intelligence or whatever your belief system is to skip all the hard work in manifesting changes in someone and then just leave it to them, and they will bring the best person, the best thing, the best situation to you, better than you could possibly imagine. I believe you have two options because you do create your reality, but we also have God, the universe, Jesus, your higher self, infinite intelligence, whatever your belief system is, that can see everything. We can only see here, okay? So I believe when we call in a higher power to bring us what we want, we will get better than what we expect. But you can also create exactly what you want. This is why I love, I actually just discovered Florence Scovel Shinn. I love her work, and I also love Neville Goddard because you can have the best of both worlds. You can manifest something specific, and you can also leave it up to God to bring you something much better than you could even possibly imagine. And especially if you're just, done with manifesting, or not manifesting, we're constantly manifesting, but if you're like done for affirming for specific things, you can just say, I stand aside now and I let infinite intelligence bring easy and successful my way. That's one of Florence Scovel Shinn's affirmations. And just so you know, if you haven't read either of them, they taught, I believe they taught many, not seminars, classes, I guess, because they didn't have the internet. They were teaching many people. They had many students, and their students, there's actually a lot of stories from their students saying what had happened. Oh, I got this exact thing from Neville Goddard. Yes, I ended up climbing the ladder with Florence Scovel Shinn. Oh, I got something I couldn't even imagine because it's more general. It's not specific. Where was I going with that? No, well, I'm just trying to answer that question. What do I believe? I believe there's both because I've been reading both. I've seen both work. So it just depends. Do you want to make it super easy and just let God or whatever your belief system bring it to you because they know what's best? And when I say they know what's best, I mean the universe can see the easiest, least resistant, happiest path for you. Your subconscious mind knows exactly what you want. Your ego is not your subconscious mind. Yes, your ego can create things, but doesn't necessarily mean it's the best for you. And the best for you is the easiest, simplest, funnest possible way that there is. So just depends. Do you want to recreate that specific person? Are you really attached to them? Or do you want to let the universe bring you someone that could possibly, no, that will be equal or even 10 times better? It's kind of up to you how much work you want to put into it. You can do both. You can do either or. Play around with it. See what works best for you. But I've done both. They both work. It's literally just changing your assumptions on things and letting things go, believing it's gonna happen. Not believing, because it's going to happen whether you believe it or not. It's gonna show up in your reality. That's just how things work. You have an assumption about something, it's gonna happen. You keep affirming something, you keep affirming words, it's gonna show up into your reality. But anyways, I feel like I've been talking for forever. I hope that makes sense. But yeah, that's basically all I wanted to talk about. Like, if you're getting, this should honestly be another video too, but like, if you're getting tired from affirming the same thing over and over and you can't let it go and you're unable to see results, try letting go and giving it up to God and trusting the universe or God or your higher self, infinite intelligence, whatever you want to call it. Trust them to bring you to the best, least resistance, funnest path or person for you. So you don't even have to put in any work. Or if you want to put in work and get that exact thing that you want, do that and you will get it. Either or works. But I'm going to end it here. Let me know what you guys want me to talk about next. If you have any specifics that you want me to talk about, like whether it's with job or money, or you want me to go more into specific person or manifesting your ex back, we can talk about it all if you want. Let me know in the comments below. And I also forgot to mention, if you don't have a partner and you're still looking for a partner, you can leave it up to God, or you can script, or you can affirm, I'm in my perfect relationship now. Or you can just say, my higher self knows what I want. I have all my desires. Or be general. My boyfriend, my girlfriend looks exactly like this. They treat me exactly like this. Play around with it. See what works for you. Do what makes you feel good. If you want to put in a lot of effort, do that. It'll work for you. If you want to put in a least amount of effort and just give it up to God and say, whatever is best for me, because I believe that infinite intelligence always knows what's best for us because they see the whole picture, then leave it up to them. Your choice. But anyways, know that you will get whatever you want. You can create things. You are a creator of your reality. We co-create in this reality together, and nothing is impossible. And if you still think that there's something that you can't get, boy, girl, you need to saturate your mind with other people's success stories, because anything is possible. And this is what's holding you back, is your belief system that you think nothing is possible. Why is it impossible? Because you were brought up to think that you need to work hard to make a good amount of money, or you need to try really hard to have a good relationship, or whatever the case may be. Why don't you try affirming the opposite of that and seeing where it gets you? Or just try manifesting little things. Try manifesting a behavior change in someone. It's not hard. It's so easy. You literally just affirm. That's it. When you see something you don't like, say to yourself, no, that's not happening. Reject it and affirm the opposite. Literally, that's all you do. I've seen friggin' magic before my eyes just by doing that. Every time it happens, I'm still shocked because I can't believe that it's taken me my entire life to realize that everything is basically based off of our assumptions. Not basically, it is based off of our assumptions, our subconscious mind's assumptions of how things work. It's crazy when you start realizing how things actually work around here. But okay, that's enough talking now. I hope you enjoyed this video. I really hope that it brought you insight and that you're able to understand a little bit more of how things work, and you can make your affirmations work better for you, or just give it up to whoever you believe is in charge or whatever. You do you. You do what's best for you. Either way, it's going to work out. I know that. So until next time, I guess. See y'all later. Peace.